Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast today. Today is an emergency podcast because PlayStation 5 and, I guess people wanted to do a little earlier. We decided, hey, that's what we're going to do. That's what we do. Okay? All right. So far, starting with us today will just be myself and Galactic. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Galactic. I know you haven't been here in a while. People forgot who you were because you're not important.
Galactic, not important? Never. Never ever.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you 100%.
As sure as the ps5 and Xbox Series X look terrible. Not terrible, but weird.
They both look weird. They look like one looks like a fridge, one looks like a router with two pieces of paper stuck on it. But it's neither here nor there. Let's converse because we're the only ones here.
Yes.
Did you know that Leon Redfield? Did you know that Chris Redfield is better than Leon Kennedy? Did you know this?
I firmly disbelieve that is clearly just wrong.
Actually, from what I could tell, no one cares about what's his name? Larry? No. It doesn't matter. He's not Chris. I'm gonna call him not Chris with good hair.
With all jokes set aside, I think that is, it's crazy because it was just a month ago the Resident Evil Village leaks came out, and it was spot on. Like, they were talking about how it's gonna be in a village, how Chris, who's low-key not Chris, came in and he killed Ethan's wife, Mia, and all that happened. Just exactly what we saw today. So I believe that rumor was spot on. So if that rumor is to be believed, Chris Redfield in that was indeed a clone and not the real Chris Redfield.
We'll see.
But that is interesting to think about. So far, the rumor hasn't been wrong.
Yeah. Rumor has not been wrong so far. Mm-hmm. All right. But let's seriously. The PS5 reveal event was today. How did you make it feel? Oh, it was amazing to you?
Yes. Every part of it. Well, not every part of it. Some of those games were like, who cares? But other ones were like, oh, this was, we have definitely more options than when the PS4 reveal happened,
Pretty much.
A lot more. And it's going to be interesting to see how Microsoft will fire back, because I know they have an event after the Halo one that's coming up very shortly. There's another event after, so I want to see how they're going to pair up.
1 second, sir. What did you say? Let me finish this. Are you joining the podcast? Sorry about that. I had to talk to the missus. Anywho, right? I feel as though, while I did like the reveal, parts of the reveal, the reveal actually started pissing me off a little bit into the middle of it, because I was like, okay, cool, we just seen another preview for another game, great. Seen another preview. Great, cool. All right, where are the games at? Then after a minute, I was like, I don't give a fuck about these games. Where's your console at?
Sony, I feel like if they just let the games flow into each other and then the people talk, instead of having those little teaser bits where, I don't know if you noticed, but the icon was slowly zooming out.
Yeah.
Until eventually we got the console at the end. I feel like that teasing was a little much, because especially if the rumor about them not showing the console was actually to be believed and they did that the whole entire time.
Oh man.
It would have been
a disaster.
The exact opposite reaction that people are having right now.
People are making fun of the console though.
Yeah, both consoles, I feel like they're on equal footing in terms of looks. Like, everyone's smashing them, but I believe a lot of people are hyped for the PS5 right now.
Oh no, yeah, people are hyped
Like the hype is up for PS5, not so much for Xbox, and that's mostly because they haven't showed much.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. And the console still looks like a fridge. Um, While I will say, like I said, by the end of a certain point, I will have both. It's just these consoles aren't the best looking consoles, bro. And
Right.
like, I wish somebody in their design team was like, this is, instead of saying these are hot fire, they kind of went like, okay, how about we design these to look a little cooler?
And what I feel like happened is Microsoft it all started with Microsoft. I don't think Sony had any idea what the PS5 was going to look like until after they saw the Xbox. So they saw the Xbox, they saw the reaction to it. They were like, "Oh man, you know, this looks very stupid and simple." And I feel like Microsoft went very as generic as they could because they didn't want to take any chances. But in doing that, they created that block of a mess. And then Sony was like, okay, well, people are expecting a wow out of the console, and that's what they tried to give us. But in the process, they basically just took the pre-rendered, concept images that people have been seeing since like 2005 of
Yeah.
PlayStation, whatever, and they literally smacked it and actually gave us to that. And I feel like because people have been seeing these rendered images that look exactly like it this whole time, it's kind of like putting them on the same footing as Xbox. Like, wow, this is obviously like the easy go because you had this concept for like ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that's what that is.
Yeah, that's why to me it's very funny because the memes at this point have become even though the PS5 just got announced and it just came out. The memes is so even and it's so funny. Like, especially if I'm not gonna lie, the one when they put Seto Kaiba's head on top of the joint, too
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. If I'm being honest though, you know how people had that backlash about the controller.
Yeah.
I think next to console it made the controller look even better, and I think
Oh
Sony
yeah,
is
it
in
did.
dire need of an all black version of that console. I feel like all black would make it look much better, and it wouldn't look as crazy as it does.
Yeah, it would. It definitely would. Oh snap, man! But in terms of like the games and stuff that they were talking about, not gonna lie, I was like, yo, okay, Spider-Man. It was like one of the first ones you showed off.
Yeah,
When it came to
Sony's on fire with Spider-Man. Sorry to cut you off, but they dropped the teaser after for Spider-Verse 2 paired with the trailer for that game.
oh, they
So
did?
yeah, it's a short little teaser. It says Spider-Verse 2 coming 2022.
That's tight. That's very good. I did not realize they did that, but that's actually pretty smart, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like at the end of the day, what was I saying? You interrupted me. God damn it.
The games. You're
Yeah.
going on the games.
Yeah, the games. I'm not gonna lie. After a minute, and they were starting to show kitty games and games, I was like, bro. First of all, I don't care about some of these games. And the Project Athia, I was like, that's a Square game. When is that coming out?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them they didn't have release dates, and I was surprised to see Spider-Man as a launch title. That's very interesting to see.
Yeah.
Also, I know what's about to sell consoles a lot, and probably more for Sony because Sony got to show it off first. Is 2K. A lot of people are getting this system because it launches with 2K. It said holiday 2020, so that it either launches with 2K or 2K comes out like right after. But like a lot of people are about to buy the system just for 2K. I know that for a fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You gotta think about how many people are like really pressed on 2K and they get it every year. It's definitely gonna move some systems for both Microsoft and Sony, but I think Sony has the edge on that one because they had the chance to show the trailer first.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the exclusives. And here's why I say the exclusives actually kind of kind of pushed it toward towards Sony because Xbox didn't really show anything. They
Right.
they just kept showing off their old usual games, the usual suspects, and usually what people kept saying, somebody definitely said that they got more studios, so should be more games. But no, I'm not gonna lie, Xbox, I don't trust it. I just feel
I
as though we're gonna see the same 4 games again that actually mean everything.
I I agree with you
Mm-hmm.
slightly, but I feel like what Xbox did again, it's like they're playing everything so safe, right? So
Yeah.
they showed the usual suspects because that's what people expect to see, but they're not showing off any of the new IPs until, like they said, their third event after this next one, which is Halo based. The first one was third party support.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is going to be Halo based.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is going to be all of their exclusives piled onto one video. But I
Mm-hmm.
think Xbox should have just slapped them all together like Sony did.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they didn't do it because they are afraid that, they obviously know Sony has more games, which is probably the reason why they're pushing backwards compatibility so much.
Yeah.
To say, hey, we can play all of our games while Sony can only play some, just to cover up for the fact that they don't really have anything coming out for their system.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's interesting to see. It's two different marketing strategies, but I think Sony's is definitely winning at the moment.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sony got it so far, but like if years ago, is it still a year one purchase? I'd be like, I don't know. Um, at this point, it's more confused. It's more. Excuse me. It's more of a. I need to see a little bit more for both of these
Yeah,
consoles. I can't just say yeah, I buy it day one right now because there was a
yeah,
lot of things in those trailers that I was just like, this needs. I don't think this needs to be here. You know.
yeah. You could tell with the Sony reveals and the trailers today that yes, a lot of it was gameplay, but it was like seconds of gameplay, and that's because I'm pretty sure while they have these games started, a lot of them aren't complete to the where they wanted them yet. So
Yeah.
they're like, we have to show something, so we're just going to take the best looking snippets of each game, and you can definitely, while watching, you can tell which games were more full, more complete versus the
Yeah.
ones that were like just starting out. And I feel like Sony, they picked their roster of games for that reveal, and they picked one for like every single person. They hit the indies, they hit the sports people, they hit the Sony fans. They hit a little bit of something for everyone, but doing that and making it so long and drawn out, they kind of like you were saying, there was areas where you just did not care, and I definitely felt that when they were showing some of these indie games. Like honestly, a lot of them were just like,
Yeah, I was just like, bro, what? That's not what I'm here for. I want what I want. I want the
yeah.
console and the price. I'm still kind of mad about the price, but
I mean, we could talk to price. Man, what it's looking like right now is, I don't know. With all that gear, I'm gonna say if you get every single accessory, 1,000 plus.
oh yeah, I'm not gonna get every single accessory off of that alone because I'm like,
However,
I don't have that much money.
I don't think anyone does, but however, the system itself, I want to say, and I hate to say it, but it's definitely 600. I believe is going to be the price, and then 500 if they believe they can take the hit on the money.
Yeah,
And then we all know Microsoft. Microsoft, like I said, is still playing it safe. They're playing it safe. So they're waiting. They're honestly waiting for Sony to drop their price before they do theirs, because obviously they could have been said the price at this point. They already sent out models for people to review on YouTube of the system. They already showed off everything pretty much except for their new IPs that they're supposedly supposed to have. Later on. So Microsoft obviously could just drop the price at this point. But I
yeah,
think they were waiting for Sony to reveal their hands, which is why Sony's been, quiet and waiting until today. Um, because I feel like they know Microsoft is going to try and undercut them, because obviously they can take that hit. I mean, Bill Gates' pockets can take that hit. I'm pretty sure it could.
Oh, yeah, you're
So,
right.
you know, it's interesting.
It definitely is. I have to agree with you on that one. But we will see what happens in the next coming years. Next coming months is going to be the most important for their launches,
Yeah.
and I hope and pray to God that I just hope some of it turns out well, and I hope Nintendo's next console is actually has better online because this shit
Oh
is.
man, fix Nintendo Online. Nintendo. I want to hear more about their Switch too, because we all know it's going to be another Switch. The Switch
If
is the perfect design. I think they're just going to expand upon it.
Bro, if these motherfuckers say Switch 2, I'm gonna punch them because you know what happened the last time they did a similar sounding console to what they already had.
Yeah, we had the Wii U.
Thank you, and it failed horribly. I like the Wii U. It failed miserably though. Like it didn't do as well as it needed to do because people thought it was an add-on for the Wii, and I'm like, you dumb motherfuckers! You could have just made a whole new
They
console with a whole new name.
they could just call it the Switch Pro. Either way, we know they're going to continue the Switch lineup. It's just because the Switch lineup is so successful right now. I don't think they want to jump ship just yet.
Oh no, don't pull a Sega and Sonic the Hedgehog. Don't do that. They don't need to do that. But are you gonna? My next question. So, is it a day one purchase for you, or is it like year one or year two?
Now, sir, someone like myself who is currently unemployed,
Yeah.
I I'm definitely racing to get enough money to buy the system day one, and that's simply just because I don't have a source of income. But I feel like if you were a regular average consumer
Yeah.
and you know you have a constant stream of money coming in,
Yeah.
I think you maybe not day one,
Yeah.
but I can definitely see, because Sony normally does November, yeah. So obviously around Christmas there's gonna be some type of deal. So maybe around Christmas, or even if not Christmas, sometime during the next year. Because if you noticed, a lot of those games that they show said 2021 anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's it's worse. Is it worth getting day one? Depends. Do you like Spider Man?
Oh, I do.
Um, and then maybe some backwards compatible PS4 games. We have maybe they'll focus on that in the next conference. I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah, most likely.
But if that floats your boat, then yeah, get it day one. I mean I'm getting it day one because I feel like I'm probably gonna have to, or else the opportunity's never gonna come up again for like maybe the following year.
Oh
Like
shit! Yeah, you're right.
PS4. So I don't know. That's a tough decision. Now with Xbox users, even though Sony came out and said they're technically doing the same backwards compatible between the PS4 PS5 thing,
Yeah.
they're doing it to a lesser degree. So it kind of makes more sense to have the PS5 over getting the Series X, because the Series X, all exclusive Xbox titles will be on Xbox One X, which is currently sitting at $300. So why, in my right mind, would I go out there and purchase a probably $500 to $600 console if I could pay $300 and get all your exclusives? Now, if you're one of those people that like power and that's great, then get the system. Yeah, day one, sure. But for me, I feel like I'm I'm skeptical. I don't know if I should get it at all yet until they show me some games. So after this Halo conference,
Yeah.
and hell, at the Halo conference, I better see some split screen in that conference, because man, but that's a whole nother thing. There's a lot riding on what Microsoft shows in these next two conferences that they announced. Sony already revealed their hand, and it's a pretty good hand. They have some bad apples in it, but
Yeah, they definitely had some bad apples.
it's still a good bunch. Like that Ratchet and Clank looks decent.
Oh yeah.
It's probably not going to be like the best game ever, but it probably looks decent. And Spider Man, you already know it's solid. If it's anything like the one on PS4, it's going to be solid. Horizon, that's a solid game. And then the interesting pick for me, even though I'm pretty sure this is cross-plat, it's Demon Souls coming back.
Yo,
That
actually no, that actually may just be exclusive.
if it is just exclusive, I feel like it might be timed
And
exclusive.
Demon Souls was exclusive. Bloodborne, like think about it. The studio that made Demon Souls made Bloodborne. It's the same set of people, but the different division of the set of people made those. So that's why, like, legit, Demon Souls is gonna remain exclusive, and I know this.
And so that's another piece of content it's gonna ship systems because guess what? There's a big Soulsborne Sekiro crowd out there, you know? Like, so Demon Souls coming out is, I mean, that's going to turn some heads for Sony.
Yep, and it's a good thing because I know for a fact that I can only play Dark Souls and stuff on on uh on the Xbox. And again, I've said this multiple times. I'll say this a million more times. I like exclusives because they, to me, they're important. There's certain games I want to play, and if I can't play it on another console, there's no point in me getting a console. Again, I will be getting most likely both at some point. It's just how quickly I move to get both of them depends on some of the lineup. I could care less about Halo at this point. I did not like Halo 5.
That's true. Another thing that's kind of setting Xbox back, and I mean, I'm not trying to pick on Xbox here, but like
Me neither.
The fact that their PC, everything comes out not only on their Series X, but it comes out on PC
And Xbox One for 2 years.
and Xbox One, it kind of sets them back. Now, that Game Pass is
Oh yeah, that shit is gold. That shit is
that
the
is
greatest thing they've ever did. I even
they
said
need
it
to
on the
keep.
last podcast. That is a thing. But that's why I said, I probably would get the Xbox One because it said everything's backwards compatible, and I'm like, I might as well get rid of my Xbox One and get the Xbox Series X because I can have a better console and still play all of the fucking games. And at the same time, every time I get I look or think about turning on my Xbox, I go, my PC also has Game Pass, and I have a dual screen PC sitting right next to me currently, and I'm like, I can just cut this on and just boot up the games anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, recently I've watched a Tyrone Magnus video, and depending on who you talk to, he's in. But he made an interesting comparison. He called the Xbox Series X like a Broly, powerhouse versus the PS5 Speed Demon Ultra Instincts type, style. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to win over this generation. Is it speed or is it power?
I and I say this with no disrespect. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I really don't care. Look, and I say this, all I care is about the fucking games. If I really, really wanted speed and power, I would take my PC, get the proper things, and buy all my games on my PC. If I
fair.
really cared, I have Overwatch on my PC right now that I can just go play it. That shit is so much smoother than the fucking PlayStation 3 version, 4 version, I'm sorry. I can do that. And then I also have it on 4K settings, so it looks even better. I just know Overwatch is already a good game without it, so I don't really care if it's 4K or freaking 1080p. I just want to play a game. And not... Look, if the consoles are worried about graphics and power, they may produce another Order 1886. That game, it looks fucking fire, but the game was not good at all. Not at all. None in the slightest.
That is interesting. I hope to God none of those games were showed as another 1886. None of them look like so. Speaking of which, another game that caught my eye is not a Sony exclusive, but my dislike for Bethesda.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that Deathloop thing. I
but
genuinely, when I was at work, your brother was like, "Yo, this game looks interesting. I might buy this." I was like, "Don't do it. It's a Bethesda game." And I like Bethesda games, certain games that they make it at this point, but I don't think that that should be a day one purchase. That should be a wait and buy. For
that is a wait and buy. But Bethesda's. I just don't like Bethesda. So when I saw that game and the concept and the gameplay looked really cool, so I was like, damn, I'm torn. you know.
I mean, I get you, and I said like, "Oh, then this looks pretty interesting," but at the end of the day, I was like, "I don't know about this one. We'll see."
Mm.
But then I know one thing I did see was Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Yes, that looked absolutely amazing, and I'm obviously graphically insane. The first one already looked insane, but this one looks like it's gonna be.
Boats and hoes.
Okay. And Spirit comes on the scene with boats and hoes. But my only problem with the Horizon Zero Dawn trailer was the non-gameplay. And I'm like, I think we're past this.
I think.
Hold on. Okay. Oh, we came in at the perfect time. Okay. I was not buying this PS5. They showed that shit, and yeah, you can go ahead, take my money.
Sony can take my fucking money
Take
right
my
now.
money. Take my fucking money right now.
What
Take
the
this
hell?
shit.
Wild thing, you gotta admit, man. While they didn't have all the games that were shown weren't
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I know. I
There,
know.
there are some that are definitely eye turners, head turners. Like dang, like
Fucking
this
Spider-Man.
is PS5
Well,
exclusive.
there's
Like,
there's
yeah,
some of them that like okay, because you said that there was no gameplay to Horizon
it
Forbidden
was
West.
just
It was, yeah, pretty much just showing what it looked like and pretty much what the somewhat of the story is going to be.
Yeah.
There's
right.
not, I don't suspect that they're going to change that much, besides maybe give Aloy a few new weapons. Obviously, there's new new machines and stuff like that. There's obviously going to be new people, new bad guys, and Silence is still in it, his bitch ass.
I
But
feel
there's
like the
not
map is gonna
going
be
to be
bigger.
too much. Yeah, the map is going to be definitely way bigger. That's obvious. But as far as like certain, like they had to show some gameplay of Ratchet and Clank. If they didn't, I would have been like, nope, I'm going to kind of wait
Hey.
until it comes out.
All right,
But
before we get on the Ratchet and Clank,
Gran
because
Turismo.
I was
Oh, go
bored as
ahead.
shit with Gran Turismo, but like when it came to Horizon, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have to agree because there were games that I know for a fact that they were gonna be good. Spider-Man and Horizon, I was like, okay, y'all didn't show no real gameplay, but I
Well,
trust them. But then
Spider
again,
Man,
huh?
Spider Man had like a 2-second clip of gameplay
I don't count that
in
shit.
that trailer,
Yeah,
and
but
then
But
the
do we really
Horizon.
count
funny
that as
enough,
gameplay
no,
though?
no. But
No,
that's why I said
but
funny enough when it came to Insomniac and they showed off the fact that Insomniac showed off 2 games was fucking amazing. And then the second
yeah,
fact that their second game again, speaking of Ratchet and Clank. So years ago, I did not play Ratchet and Clank because I didn't think it looked cool enough. And then Mrs. Spirit said, "Oh yeah, those are really good games," and I went back and went to go play them, and it was like, "Yo, these first 3 games are fucking fire." And then I played the 2016 reboot, and it was like, "This ain't the same shit. This game is actually kind of bad." So now when I play this one, I'm like, okay, I hope and pray to God it's like, as I believe Spirit said it, it's like the first 3 and call it the fuck a day. I hope
That's
it
why they
is.
had to show something of it. They had to show, like, okay, they obviously gave my man his Lancer back, which was like one of the most famous weapons. I believe it was actually in 4 or 5 of the Ratchet and Clank games. It was like one of the top weapons and stuff that he always had. Same with, I forgot what the shock joint what was called. That was also in like the first 3. And then they took that one away. There's certain, so that one they had to show that game because like I said, certain like those three games were like really good. That's Ratchet and Clank was during, of course, the PlayStation 2 era when they had like hundreds and hundreds of games, and like it was just like, damn, I got Jack and Daxter, Ratchet, I got Grand Theft Auto, I got all these super awesome ass games, and it PlayStation, not just Sony in general, all gaming consoles and companies and stuff, they kind of just need to also just not only go back to, it's not bad having single player games, but having single player games and they have like good stories. Because like, okay, your game looks good, but this shit is boring or it makes no sense.
Or it's the Order 80 or the Order 1886, which is what you just described.
Yeah.
Oh man. Now I feel like that Ratchet and Clank trailer honestly was the most important one for them to show off, and it's not because it's Ratchet and Clank; it's because it showed off the load speed of the PS5.
It did.
Now,
it did.
Every time you jump through one of those portals, you technically loaded up a whole nother map.
Yeah, because Metropolis was like there. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, and they explained how, because of course, with one, not only this game coming out on such a, I guess if you want to call it that, a futuristic system, 2020, and the look of it, that's what they're going with, which is fine. You have to, they already said that this game, is not the game, the console is fast. It has so much horsepower to it. With Ratchet and Clank specifically, they said that, how in the older games you would have to go to where your landing pad was, where your ship was, wait for this like little kind of cutscene and stuff to load up. You can pretty much fix yourself a sandwich, go take a shower, go walk the dog, come back. The shit is still, you're still flying in space. And then you finally get to the planet. They actually said with this one you can literally, rift to the next planet. So you're not sitting there just like, all right, I gotta go walk all the way back to my ship. I gotta do this long ass cutscene. It's literally boom, boom. You can go from here. You can go from there. So that was perfect. And I think that's of course the reason why they waited, to come out with another Ratchet and Clank game, because they wanted it to be on a faster console that can kind of handle that and to make it still look good. Not saying that it wouldn't look good on the PS4, but I think this is actually a really good debut for the PS5, having something that can show, hey, look, fast ass system. This you can sit here and boom, go to this world, and this world, it's not something that's gonna look 8-bit and render really slow.
Yeah, and I do hope, and my hopes for this game are, I hope the people shut up and don't have access to your fucking phone. I hope and pray to God no one has access to that shit, right? Unless it's important. Two, I like the fact that Ratchet and Clank were talking to each other again, because that was weird. The more the series went on, the less and less they talked to each other. And I do like the fact that again, they give him his old guns and shit. And I also hope that the game does not consist of strafing, because that 2016 version was just strafe and jump and you won. Because I remember playing the first one and was like, bro, this game is not easy and you can't just strafe and jump. These motherfuckers will kill you. Oh, and I hope the Rhino's back, and it's easy to get the Rhino, because the 2016 version was like, oh, you want the Rhino? Go collect trading cards. While the original 3 were like, pay me for this fucking Rhino.
Yeah, you gotta pay him.
Like, fuck that shit. That trading card shit was so stupid. Even the Rhino didn't even make the last boss easier. It just made the last boss was still so fucking hard in the first one. God damn it. But whatever.
There's a whole bunch of, it's Ratchet and Clank was one of my favorites to play. So I hope they, like I said, they had to show something for it. If Insomniac didn't show anything for Ratchet and Clank versus just a little cutscene or some drinks or whatever like that, I would have been like, and I'm probably going to wait until after it comes out. There's still a slight possibility I may still wait anyway, only just because I just don't trust them. I really just don't, and I just don't.
I also hope and pray to all of God that these motherfuckers put the original type of, or remixes of the original music in this game. If I go to Metropolis and hear whimsical music, I'm going to be mad, because the original song theme for that town was so cool.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing the music for like the games and like the remakes and shit that they're coming out with, but it's not good. It's not good. Like when you took, I I don't know. You can't fucking Crash Bandicoot games. Literally, the music was the fucking same. They ain't changed his shit. I could not imagine playing Crash Bandicoot 3, Raptor Cortex, and not hearing the little loading drink shit or Cortex's voice and stuff like that, all that other kind of stuff. I'd have been like, nope, 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 don't want to play this. They didn't change the shit for Spyro. They didn't even change the shit for Okami. Like, I don't even understand. You make a remake, remaster, or whatever like that, and you want to sit here and pull people back into nostalgia to make people want to buy the shit because it's like, oh shit, yeah, I played that game on the damn Nintendo Wii when that shit first came out. They're gonna buy it, but then it's like, you kind of like, haha, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, just because you remake a game or remaster it and then it comes out for 2020, that don't mean you don't need to do, the Spyro remake, the Crash Bandicoot, both of them, the trilogy and CTR and the Okami, those are perfect examples of, well, it's not broke, so we're not going to really fix that much except for graphics and then just put it for the newer systems.
And add microtransactions after the fact, like dickheads.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that, but yeah.
Anywho. So, moving on a little bit here. So, what games are you all expecting? What's the game that we would say you're expecting the most for your PlayStation 5?
Y'all already know mine.
For me, there's a lot to pick from. But
Spirit, you're looking forward to Demon Souls?
Actually, surprisingly, I actually made a list when I was watching the video. There was 3 games that I kind of was like, I may have to do some more research on. One was Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
Oh, that game does look amazing.
That game, and I try not to let my artistic stuff just only make me look at those type of games, but that game looked beautiful. That game looked beautiful. I can kind of see, with the story and stuff, at least what they was telling, it was interesting enough to keep me interested in looking at it and trying to do some research on that. The other game that I put question marks beside, and that was because I wish they kind of did a little bit more. I don't know if this game's coming out this year or next year. I guess I missed that part. Was Project Athea.
Oh no, that's a Square game. That game's not coming out anytime soon.
They didn't reveal a date for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one I was kind of.
Square made the game.
I know, and that's probably the reason why I ended up was kind of like, was because I can't seem to get away from fucking Square. And the other game, the third one, I didn't get the last part of the name. It's like Little Devil Inside something.
I think it was called Little Devils, and Little Devils.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Devil Inside. That one seemed also pretty interesting as well, and I did kind of like the art and stuff for that. Plus, I thought it was actually very hilarious about that one scene where that guy was on the toilet pooping. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, that was funny. But
I was confused.
I was confused too, and I was like, how did we get here? I'm watching my man's poop.
Galactic, how about you? What are you looking forward to the most?
Oh man, there's a lot to pick from because they basically smacked all my favorite franchises in there. The only thing you're mixing is a Destiny reveal.
If they said Destiny, I would have been like,
Destiny 3.
I would have been like, I know you would have been like, Destiny.
Oh my goodness.
we already know Destiny 2 is going to stretch, and probably there is no Destiny 3. I believe they revealed.
There is I think Destiny is better on PC, by the way.
A lot of people do agree with you, but that's besides the point.
Here.
That's off topic. So
Kennedy. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. I'm sorry.
For me, the first pick is definitely, Spider-Man. I think I'm most excited for Spider-Man.
Excited? What was that?
Excited. It's a new word.
He was so excited, he can't even say the word.
Excited, so excited. So excited for Spider-Man.
Shut up.
That's number one for me.
Yeah.
Number two has to be Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Of
Because
course.
I was absolutely in love with that game on PS4, so it's Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Sir, somebody needs to beat Horizon, the first Horizon.
I will. I will. Give me a release date for Horizon and I'll set it up.
I believe they said sometime in 2021.
Yep.
Oh my god damn it.
The third one is Resident Evil. You know, I love me some Resident Evil. I
Oh yeah,
literally
Chris
have.
Redfield, bro.
I
Yeah.
was so confused by that game. I was at first thinking, I was like, oh, what the hell is this? I
Yeah,
said, this better not be no damn Resident Evil
I
game.
thought it
And
And
then
then I was
was.
I
like,
saw the umbrella logo and I was like, huh?
yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh,
I was like, then,
Yeah,
never mind.
you know the funny thing? I'm not gonna lie to you, Galactic. I saw it and I was like, I don't see any Leon Kennedy here.
I so I'm gonna get that too. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But when my live reaction, the first thing I saw was I was like, dang, this what is he talking about? For some reason my mind jumped to Horizon. And then I saw the setting and I was like, oh no, this has to be Silent Hill. And then it was like Chris was like pop, 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 pop. And I was like, what? This is Resident Evil.
Ew, I'm not gonna lie to you,
I
man.
almost my seat.
Ew, I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as I saw Chris Redfield, I was like, I gotta call Galactic. I gotta let him know that he was completely wrong.
For those of you that are listening and wondering what the hell we're talking about, the Resident Evil series, there's been a trend in the game that is now broken because of the eighth one. Well, we don't know because Leon could still make a cameo.
No, he won't. You just shut up. Stop
you
that
have no
nonsense.
idea, do you?
Hey, yo,
You
guess
have
what?
no idea,
Guess
do
what?
you?
Leon Kennedy ain't gonna be a part of this game. It's gonna be Chris
You have
Redfield.
no idea. You don't know about that.
Hey,
But
yo,
anyway,
I sound like you jealous right now, cuz.
in Resident Evil 2, Leon was the main protagonist. In Resident Evil 4, Leon was the main protagonist. And in Resident Evil 6, he was one of the main protagonists. So it's a constant theme in these games where Leon is in the even numbers. So I thought they were going to keep it going, but, you know, Capcom. Anyway.
Yeah, they said Chris Redfield was more important.
Anyways, I think that, like, going back to that Resident Evil Village leak that happened back a while ago, he was spot on. He said that this trilogy from 7 to 9 is going to be all first person with VR support, and it's going to follow Ethan and Chris, who may not even be Chris if that rumor is to believe to be true. Yeah, and what other game am I thinking? I know I'm missing one. I think I like the Ratchet and Clank. Oh, Little Big Planet.
I was like, no.
I think
that to me,
hey, look.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy it, but it looked interesting.
Hey, but listen to me, son.
Cute.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? You know what? No, let me get started on this part first. All right. First, I'm gonna say
one game too. We'll go ahead.
So the games I'm clearly expecting is Spider-Man, Demon Souls, and Ratchet and Clank this time, right? But moving on from there, wait, hold up. What were you gonna say, Spirit? What was your game you were missing?
The game that also I was kind of probably do some more research and stuff on. Did you guys Deathloop?
I talked about that. That was from Bethesda. I'm not interested 100% in that game.
Yeah,
I have to see more on it.
That's the only reason why.
I was like, yeah. I was like, it seems
like
interesting.
An interesting concept, but yeah, that's probably not gonna be one I'm gonna get day one when it comes out. But that's the other one I'll probably do some research and stuff. All the other ones I named, I'll probably get day one. So,
that's gonna be a GameFly game for me. But back to now moving on. What games you think will suck? Little Big Planet was a part of that because, first of all Little Big Planet, like Minecraft, are a create a game or create a whatever you want type of games. Mm-hmm. And then Minecraft Dungeons came out, and I was like, okay. And now Little Big Planet's coming out with the same type of fucking game too? Okay.
Well, it's not a Minecraft. From what I was gathering on that trailer, it was basically they were biting Nintendo and this is going to be like a Mario, like more traditional platformer and less involved with the creation aspect of Little Big Planet. Like this is
It's
like
okay.
platformer game.
So it's you can shoot and stuff, you could do a bunch of shit, and you platform. It is literally like Minecraft Dungeons, except the fact that you can jump. That's the difference.
Huh.
I have Minecraft Dungeons. Spirit also has Minecraft Dungeons. We've played it,
which we need to play.
Yeah, we can play, but like I said, it's literally the same. It's just the same thing, and I'm going. You didn't really need to do this with Little Big Planet. You could have just created another Little Big Planet and called it a day. Or
it's like the same with people with doing, PvPs or battle royales. Everybody wants to put dig their fingers in the cookie jar. Everybody wants to try something.
And Battlefield failed miserably.
Hold on, everybody wants to put what is sitting there currently making money. Like how it's like, oh, this game's gonna have a battle royale. This game, and then how at the time single players were kind of dead. And then, which kind of sucks because it's like, okay, I want to play shit by myself. I don't always want to play a game where I have to have somebody either play with me or I got to play with a group of people.
You know what makes that?
It's right what they did, but
Right. So you know what makes that interesting? I have a prediction for the next Halo event. So if this Halo event is as long as I think it's going to be, there's only one reason.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Royale.
Ayo, if they put Battle Royale in Halo, you can expect to see me and hear me say, Halo is officially dead. Do not. They better fucking not say that.
I wholeheartedly believe there is going to be a Battle Royale mode in Halo 5 Infinite. There's no reason not to. They're going to jump on the trend. I believe they are.
When is the Xbox event?
The Xbox. So now I'm not sure. I don't remember the date, but it's either sometime later this month or next month. And then Sony, obviously, the rumor for them is their next event will be next month as well. So we'll just have to look out.
We'll see. We'll talk about that at some point. But which game do you think will suck, Mr. Galactic?
I mean, like I said, I have to agree with you on Little Big Planet because after 3, I don't know if I can trust Little Big Planet anymore.
Oh my god!
Dang, there's a lot of games that I don't think a lot of them sucked. It was just a lot of them were like, I don't think I'll pick them up.
Yeah, Little Big Planet one. I was like, I think this game is gonna suck though. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you.
I think that was one of the ones, and then there was that one indie one, the high school whatever.
Like, I was confused.
Volcano High.
What is this? This is not an anime.
Sony coming out with their own anime, their own cartoon joint, like Cartoon Network. What are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this?
I mean,
this is not important.
I mean, I see who the audience is for, but I just don't know if that was for the reveal or not,
No, I wholeheartedly believe Cartoon Network accidentally snuck in there some shit. I don't know what that was.
What about you, Spirit?
That was pretty much it right there.
I think we're out here joking about it, but watch it be like the best game.
Some hot fire, right? Watch it be like some hot fire.
Yeah. First impressions, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. First impressions.
The other one too that I kind of was like, what the fuck was and watch this one probably gonna be some hot fire too. The damn bug snack shit. The shit with
I'm sorry.
Shit like the ribs was a centipede. I was like, get the fuck out.
I want to change my answer. I think that game's not going to be good. I just think it's going to be for kids. And then at the end of the trailer, you saw the bunch of thing bunched up and ran at the camera. I was like, watch this game not be for kids.
Here's the thing.
It's probably not for kids, but it reminded me of what's the game? It came on 360. It was like the fairy tale fights or some shit. where it was all cute and it was all innocent or whatever, and then you actually play the game, and then everybody's just, one dude's running around butt naked, cutting off heads. You can slide in people's blood, get achievements and stuff, and cussing and all that other kind of stuff. Watch this game. It's probably gonna be like that.
Now, I don't know if you guys. Now, why I disagree with you guys is because I know who made the game. Are you familiar with Octodad, the game that was very
yes,
popular?
They said it.
Yes,
They said it on the
they
thing.
said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe,
I think
know.
because you know how Octodad was. It had it's undertones in it.
Hey, look, listen to me. All right, a lot of people tell me Octodad is a good game. That game is boring as fuck. Okay.
To you, yeah.
Yes,
I feel
I'm not gonna lie to you. It is popular. It has its crowd. But if you to say, "Hey, Wildfang, you want to play some Octodad?" We're fighting right then and there because I don't want to waste my goddamn time playing no goddamn Octodad. Because I played Octodad for like 2 seconds one time and got so fucking frustrated because of the mechanics of the game and said, "Fuck this game, kiss my ass."
I wholeheartedly agree, but that's another thing. Going back to my point earlier, I think like every single trailer in that thing was picked for a specific audience. I feel like Sony's attacking on all fronts type, vibe. That's what I got from that reveal.
All right. We'll see.
Only
So
thing they were missing.
So there was emo chicks or something for that anime joint. Because what was that? Who was that for?
Probably. To me, if I'm being honest, that seemed like a. Nah, actually, I'm not gonna say that. That's a hot take.
Yeah, we ain't doing hot takes here, Chief.
Nope. I'm not saying that. But yeah, I feel like that has its crowd. Everything has their crowd. The only game that's definitely like I don't know, is that game to me though.
But I don't know what that was. At first, I saw the little thing running around. I was like, okay, they got a little game for kids. Okay, go sit there and call their parents. Mommy, Daddy, buy me this ps5. Shit cost the arm and 2 legs. And then I saw when it was on the beach, because I looked away for a second and I looked up and I saw the little rib. I was like, what is that? Is that a bug? And then I saw it was made out of ribs. I said, get the fuck, what is this? And then the dude was chasing the little donut. And the dude was like, oh, I couldn't grab this because my wiener arms are too small. I was like, okay.
Sony has problems with getting family-friendly content as well. So, maybe that's why we got that Little Big Planet. And that Octo.
And Ratchet and Clank is also somewhat it's for kids.
Mm-hmm. I was upset because I was hoping to see Spyro.
I was holding my breath. I would have been really surprised. I would have been really surprised by Spyro. I would have actually been more surprised if we would have saw. I was actually kind of hoping that maybe we was going to see a new Jack game or something like that, a Jack and Daxter. But I really would have been surprised if we would have saw like a new Crash Bandicoot or a new Spyro, because I would have been surprised by that. I don't think nobody was like, yeah.
Look, I need them, Sony, to do a real nostalgia-esque game, because you know what? I call this right now too, and Xbox is confident, not the Halo one, but the other one. They're going to bring a Rare game. Rare is going to bring a game. Yeah. So, just to combat the games that Sony just dropped, even though they're family-friendly looking games are, right now, they're not there. But if they bring out a Rare game, they got it. Like maybe a Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah. Especially since the Banjo just dropped in Smash. So,
just dropped in Smash or dropped
not
like
just,
a decade ago?
Not just dropped, but
you late, so.
But was it Rare? Didn't Microsoft? Don't they have them?
That's what I'm saying. Microsoft.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft is going to drop a Rare game.
We'll see.
To kind of take.
It's still not going to make me. Still ain't going to make me buy the damn system.
All right.
For me, there's a lot of points to not buy the system. But there
Pretty
are points
much. Like there are more points to I don't care about buying the console to
I
buying the
mean,
console.
for me, and I understand what people, because I never used to understand the people that used to be like, well, I'm like, why didn't you buy the Xbox? Well, because all my friends had it. Like how the people with iPhones, and they're like, I'm like, why are you buying an iPhone? Oh, my friends have Apple, so. And now I kind of understand somewhat a little bit because if Wildfang had solely just had Microsoft systems or Xbox and stuff, and if majority of my friends also did as well, I kind of would be, left out because then it's like, okay, well, great, I get to play Overwatch every night with randoms, which that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Shit, now I gotta go actually get a damn because I want people to play with. But I do like having my solo, my single player games. But it is nice every once in a while where I want to play Overwatch with people that don't suck. Not including you, Galactic. But
Damn.
I want to play.
Wow.
Love you. I'm teasing.
Damn.
I'm teasing.
How you gonna come from a man's throat like that? What did he do?
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. Okay, my social.
Besides not appearing in the podcast for like
Galactic,
20 years.
what characters do you play with, Galactic?
Symmetra and McCree.
Okay. So,
Wait a second. Mr. Spirit, you only play with like 3 characters yourself, man.
No, I don't. Actually, I play with more. Stop that.
How many people you play with? I'm confused.
Diva, Marissa. I've also been working on my Roadhog, Junkrat, May, Mercy, Zenyatta, and Sombra. Oh, and I'm also, while I'm working on my Roadhog, I'm also working on my Baptiste as well.
You're not working on Roadhog.
I have played Roadhog. So I've played Roadhog. It's just he's fat and so slow.
Okay. I'll see that when I believe it.
Okay, but I mean, I just proved your point because you also did just try it. Mr.
Oh no, I'm trying it. Your character selection started off with only 2 people, so I mean, at some point, Mr. Galactic is going to obviously.
Hello there. I don't know who that is.
I said Galactic. I didn't say Galactic. What are you talking about? He's going to expand his horizons someday. And somebody's
going to expand your horizons with Horizon Zero Dawn, sir.
Yeah, you actually.
How about you expand your horizons to beat all the Yakuza games? Anywho, moving on.
I got bored.
But you like those games, though. Anywho, moving on.
You can get bored with stuff that you like.
Shut up! Jesus Christ. I can't transition properly with this damn podcast crew. All of you suck. Jesus. Moving on to WWE. All right? Let's talk about it.
I was having a good time.
Hold up. Before we go on, did anybody have anything to say about Last of Us 2? Because I can save that for the next podcast for you. Okay?
I'm waiting for the review before I buy that game.
Moving on. Anybody see NXT TakeOver in your house?
Sure did it.
God damn it. Why didn't any of you see it?
I told you, I am taking a sabbatical from WWE.
Not even NXT?
Is it NXT WWE?
But it was good.
When you take a sabbatical, you don't say, "Oh, I'm just going to only take it and then still do part of the work." I am taking a sabbatical from the entire WWE, but that does not include the social media because unfortunately I'm still on it. I forgot to delete all of it, but yay.
Okay, moving on. So NXT TakeOver was good. Some of the match results were good, especially Adam Cole versus the Velveteen Dream in that backlot brawl. Good. There were overall good matches, but then there was the news of the night to me. Can anybody guess what the news that came out of that damn TakeOver pay-per-view?
No.
Charlotte Flair, guys. Charlotte Flair. How many of us in this podcast like Charlotte Flair?
I don't like Charlotte.
What are you, Spirit? Aren't you a fan of Charlotte Flair? Spirit? Spirit.
I'm
No.
sorry. I thought all I heard was Spirit, aren't you? And then fan of, and I didn't hear who you asked.
Okay, she lost the title. Thank God. Okay.
Oh, I did see
Charlotte.
that. I did see that.
Yes. 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 I'm
But what
clapping.
happened on Raw again?
What happened on Raw after that? Something stupid happened on Raw, actually. Let me go re-equate myself with the stupidity that was the WWE and the Raw.
I don't know.
I swear I saw a picture of Charlotte Flair holding, uh, 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 what's her name's title? Asuka's title. Okay.
Oh, no, she attacked her
Okay.
and then
'Cause
held up her title.
I thought she won the title because I was about to be like,
Nani?
no. Did you? How do you guys feel about her announcement for she wants to come after the men's title maybe one day?
She'll probably get it. So that picture of her with all of the titles, and it's probably true.
Yeah, just a damn resume. Just I want this, and I did that, I did
And
that.
I'm a Flair. I
But,
can have everything. But
okay, because can you honestly see? Like, I can totally see Charlotte Flair versus Braun Strowman, and Charlotte putting Braun Strowman in the damn figure eight, and him tapping out.
that'd be
Awesome,
so
that's good
gay.
stuff.
Anywho.
That's good stuff. That is so good stuff. For Charlotte, like, not selling a damn Styles Clash.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be awesome.
I feel like
it would be Charlotte Flair versus John Cena.
Well, that match would never end because nobody would lose. Anywho.
Rules like aggression.
do. Alright, moving on. So pretty much nothing happened on Raw except the fact that Andrade won his match, so he's going to be facing off against Apollo Crews for the belt, which was so fucking stupid because technically he lost the belt and he's about to gain the belt back probably at Backlash.
So, what is the purpose of giving the title to a new I thought the purpose of giving the title to a new person was so you can see, like, new feuds or new matchups and stuff.
Is this NXT or AEW? I thought it was Raw.
I believe
Right,
that they're going to make Andrade lose.
Of course they are, but
Okay.
that's still not the point.
Lose.
Okay, we'll see. But
If they're smart anyway, which they're not.
yeah, then of course Seth Rollins got the best on another Raw again for some reason because they constantly keep doing that shit. The Viking Raiders are officially dead along with the Street Profits because I don't know what they're doing and what's going on, but they lost to Bobby Lashley and MVP, which to me kills them. Next, what am I trying to say? Looking at it, Kurt Angle predicted the the greatest wrestling match of all time or ever.
Which is the poor name for it.
Oh,
Just like how Christian fried him up.
What did Christian say?
He said on air, he was literally like, I don't think you could do that in your prime. He's on the edge.
Yeah. So, if I'm trying to say this now, there's no fucking way in hell that this is going to be the greatest wrestling match of all time or ever.
I feel like it might be good. But,
I think it might be okay, but the fact
greatest?
that you keep calling it the greatest wrestling match ever literally makes you want to punch Vince in the dick.
It's not even with two of the greats. Granted, Randy Orton is. I have my things about Randy Orton. All right, so him as a wrestler, I don't know if you guys have been feeling this. Yes, Randy Orton was good, but I think that Randy Orton, like, now he's gotten kind of stale. Edge, of course, him coming back, cool, awesome, whatever like that. But my man, he was gone for like what, 9 years? That's even if you was to put somebody like, I would rather them have said, "Hey, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, or NXT Shinsuke, excuse me, AJ Styles Shinsuke Nakamura greatest wrestling match." Then I'll be like, maybe. I mean, that's a little more believable.
Mm.
Um, no, honey. No.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually pretty funny. Not gonna lie to you. You're right. I would agree with that 100%. Consider that this is an emergency podcast. I don't have everything for SmackDown right now. AEW. Me and Spirit are supposed to be watching the pay-per-view. We just been packing up and moving our shit, so we don't have the time. But when we get another chance, we will watch the AEW pay-per-view with the what's the name of the match, Mrs. Spirit?
The Stadium Stampede match.
Which I heard nothing but good reviews for, so I can't wait to go see that. And then next time we come on here, I guess we'll talk about it, which will be next Friday, as always, because I literally am. We gotta start doing these every Friday. So I'm an ultimate.
Agreed.
Yeah, because
Now, did I hear something about packing up and moving? Are you moving?
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, guess what?
I shall send you pictures.
Hey, yo, guess what? You're helping.
How does he need the help? We have movers.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh.
What the?
Dang, you ruined the troll.
Thanks.
It's crazy.
Jesus.
So I was just confused for a second. I was like, wait.
No, because the joke is like literally every time someone moves.
I know.
They asked him to help against his own will.
Me.
He didn't just be
Well,
like,
if you had a car, then I'll probably say, hey, yeah, you do kind of need to help because we can put like our personal stuff and TVs and stuff in it.
Actually, we may need you to help with the TVs and stuff, but that's it.
That's fine.
Yeah. But other than that, Jazz is also going to be here. So
Birthday, on my graduation day. Anyway, that's besides.
No, but seriously, if you can help us move the TVs and stuff, that would be great.
That's nice. Back to the podcast.
Yeah, back to the podcast. Anywho, we are moving. AEW, on the other hand, I feel like the AEW shows with the limited people and or no people are starting to be a lot better than the WWE versions. And I don't mean that.
Been better.
Yeah, it's quite sad that I'm actually enjoying. Like, I haven't watched a full episode of AEW since around it first started coming on, but I watch bits and pieces and be 110 times more entertained at the clips than versus me watching a WWE clip of Raw and seeing Bobby Lashley fucking win a match against the Viking Raiders.
Well, they're trying to. Yeah, they're rebuilding him by putting him with what's his name? MVP. Yeah, which is, I think, honestly, in my honest opinion, I think that they're somewhat fighting off of AEW because if you look at AEW, a lot of the big name like guys, they have like a mouthpiece or like a manager. Like Cody has Arn Anderson, Lance Archer. He had, who the fuck is he? Is he Jake the Snake? I don't know, but Jake the Snake is there. Yeah, I think he has I think Jake the Snake is with whatchamacallit. And then so everybody kind of has like a mouthpiece and stuff. And then Taz has brought now Brian Cage. So they're starting to, these big guys or whatever like that, which makes sense because hey, he had these, well-known guys and stuff like that are good on the mic. Why does this big muscle-bound guy, he don't need to talk? Now, somebody like Drew McIntyre, he's fine on the mic. But somebody like, Bobby Lashley, you ain't got no charisma, so you can just shut the fuck up. So, I think that they're kind of like, oh, well, shit. Let's just kind of put him with MVP, because MVP not doing shit, and he's kind of...
MVP did not need to come back, so...
Well, I mean, and not saying that I still would like Bobby Lashley, regardless if they put him with MVP and his little... faction shit because they didn't broke up the Andrade faction shit that went nowhere, but it's just they're repackaging him, which at this point they should have been did this to make him more of a legit threat for Drew McIntyre. But we
No,
all
but
know he's not. Huh?
you know Vince wanted to punish Rusev, so he did the whole Lana thing, sacrificing Bobby in the whole process.
Yeah. Sucks ass, but
Yeah, I'm glad he's gone, son. Glad he's gone. He can go become better somewhere else.
So is Lana, because I've seen them both in a recent. He's on YouTube. He does gaming
yeah,
now.
he's on YouTube.
Oh.
But I've seen them in a recent video, and Lana literally was like completely out of character, no blonde hair, and talking in it fucked my brain up when I heard her talk normally. I was like, I mean, I know you were putting on an accent, but dang, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, that her accent.
Yep.
Sorry for that.
But we'll see, man. Also, Rusev also doesn't need an accent. That shit was weird.
Vince again. He has to put some type of racial something on people.
Oh, you're from Russia? Oh, okay. Here, you get accent.
He's not from Russia. He's from Bulgaria. That's the fucked up
I know.
part.
Bro, yeah, but they build them from something that's a little bit more. People don't be like Bulgaria. Like, what the fuck is that? No, Vince thinks that his audience and fans that we're idiots, so he's not going to think that we're going to look at a fucking map or we don't know where Bulgaria is. So no. Like, I guarantee you, if somebody was from Lagos, Africa, they're gonna be like, nope,
Lagos.
nobody know what that is. Lagos, no, you from Nigeria or Ghana, like that. What?
Oh, Kofi Kingston. Oh, you're from Jamaica.
Huh? Yeah, you from Jamaica, right? Oh no, I'm Ghanaian. No, you Jamaican. Okay.
Yo, that shit was so stupid, yo.
What happened to your accent? Oh, that face was priceless.
That was so funny, dog. That was incredibly funny. He's like, wait, hold up. I have a bigger question. What happened to your accent? That shit was so fucking funny. His face was amazing. Also, I'm going to put this out here now. Rusev has his picture for his YouTube channel is All Might, but like bald and looks just like him. And I'm like, that's vicious.
That's funny.
Funny thing is, Rusev. So in the video I was watching, he was talking about his injury. So I think that's partly why they sidelined him until his contract was over, because they seemed so like severe. Like his shoulder, he was talking about his shoulder, like his motor function in his shoulder is like really messed up right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they should have put him out the way they did, even if he had that injury.
There's a whole bunch of people and shit they shouldn't have. Like, I don't like that they did, the whole Drake Maverick shit, because it's like, okay, cool, I am happy for Drake. Cool, you got that's your dream. What the fuck's going on with? So what about everybody else?
How do you feel about that grimy move he did, where he's offering like cheaper contracts for everybody to come back?
Nah.
Yeah, and it's like okay, so we get to so imagine I'm Sarah Logan. All right, so I'm gonna explain her situation. Mm-hmm. Y'all put me on, all this other kind of stuff, and all, having me sitting there getting my ass handed to me, by Shayna Baszler. Cool, got it. Whatever, I'm doing my job.
Oh yeah, and losing and getting jobbing out to Charlotte, by the way.
Right, and then getting jobbed out to Charlotte. All right, whatever. Get fed to Charlotte. All right, cool, whatever. Then I get fired. Not furlough, I get fired. All right, but then y'all asked me to come back to a show so I can also job out again. I fly my ass down there, and then when I get there, y'all tell me, oh, never mind, y'all don't need me. Okay, so then I take my ass back home. Then you offer me and say, hey, Sarah, you can come back, but you won't pretty much be getting like half of what you was making. So, mofo, if I was only making $60,000 a year, you want me to come back and work just as hard, work the same amount of time, jobbing out, getting fed to people, making me look bad for half. I wouldn't even call. I wouldn't answer a goddamn phone. I wouldn't answer shit. I would have been done. I would have been like, nope, fuck you guys. Y'all don't give a shit about me. The fuck should I give a shit about you for? And unfortunately for Sarah's case, she has to be careful because her husband still works for the company.
He's already dead.
Because
They're
then,
not doing anything with the Viking.
oh, I know, but my point is, if she, has to be careful with what she does, and she has to be the bigger person and bite the bullet, because if she ends up saying something or doing something wrong, all they're gonna do is just punish her damn husband. Because
Call out
WWE
Cody.
is petty, because they are petty like that. They would do some shit like that. Oh, well, hey, guess what? We having you sit here lose to I don't fucking know, to like the worst people and shit that's there.
James
Why?
Ellsworth comes back.
Right, James Ellsworth come back. We having you losing to him. We having you lose to Hornswoggle.
What the fuck?
Like, excuse me? Oh, well, your wife was rude to us on the phone. What that got to do with me? That was y'all and her. Well, you keep the woman in check. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
How do you feel about the recent Paul Heyman news?
Oh no,
they kicked him off.
I laughed at it, and I'm not surprised. I literally said to myself, "Oh, well, that took longer than I thought."
Yeah. Even though he's the one that's been most of the ideas that people actually kind of like is all him recently. So
and that's fine. It's just at this point I stopped caring.
But with him, I don't understand, because like certain things you will hear him say and hear people say, "Oh yeah, well, Paul Heyman vouched for him because Paul Heyman's high on this person and that person," and I'm like, okay, you can be high on this person all you want. You can bring ideas up to management or whatever as much as you want. Vince is still the one that's saying yay or nay. So what the fuck does it matter? I can be high on Andrade all I want, but if Vince don't like Andrade because he can't speak English, then what the fuck am I supposed to do? Or even if he could, Vince don't like him. Vince don't fucking like him.
Pretty much.
The problem is I feel like for some of these people, it's not that Vince doesn't like them. It's Vince for Paul Heyman. Vince does not like Paul Heyman whatsoever. This is obvious. Like over time, they just don't like each other. Everything, like there's been stories to come out. Everything Paul Heyman brings up to Vince just shoots it down. So it wasn't surprising to see.
Yeah, and because Vince also wanted, like how with Eric Bischoff. Okay, the show is bad. Well, it's Eric's fault. I didn't have nothing to do with this because he's the creative manager, creative role contractor shit for such and such. It's not my fault. Oh, Raw is getting the second worst rated. Well, it's Paul Heyman's fault because he probably had one of his goddamn meetings and they probably brought the ratings and shit to him up, and it was like, what the fuck's going on? So he was like, well, we'll just fire Paul because it ain't my fault.
I don't know. Did they fire him or they just demoted him?
They just demoted him.
I think
they demoted him. They can't really fire him, at least with Brock Lesnar. So unless you like to
Brock
Lesnar on the mic,
Brock Lesnar's done. He said he's done.
Yeah, and Vince already said he's done working with part timers anyway. Which like I said, I'm glad. Cap. I mean, if that's Cap, then Vince is an idiot. He officially wants to continue paying. Like, why did you fire? And I said this to your brother when I was at work. I said, and I quote, "Why pay these part timers the billions of dollars you're paying them when you could, I don't know, not pay them that amount of money and keep the wrestlers on your roster?"
Especially when you have the ones that disrespect you, like Ronda Rousey.
Exactly. What did Ronda Rousey say?
Remember recently she just called WWE like fake wrestling, and it was fun to play around with them for a little while.
Oh yeah.
Well, but why wasn't it the time when what was that story that came out where Brock Lesnar after his match or whatever, he actually wanted to lose and Vince changed it to where he was still retained, and then Brock was kicked and he walked in the back and threw the belt.
Yeah, because it was Roman Reigns.
Those things aren't light,
Yeah, he threw it at him and he called him an asshole. But
he should have threw it at him like. I would have thrown it at him like, bruh, I'm trying to put this guy over, and you want us to beef for like 85 million years. Like, let me leave the company.
It's
Well,
not even
because
that. It's
also,
just the
yeah, it
fans
was
also
also he wanted
like.
to go to UFC.
Yeah,
He wanted to
Brock.
go back.
Yeah. Brock at this point was like, bro, it's not working. Me versus Roman Reigns isn't working, and Vince isn't listening. So he threw the belt at Vince, like, there you go, and then walked off. And Paul Heyman didn't say shit. He just looked and then like continued walking. Shit was so funny, dog. Also, it also came to light, and this is the last thing for the night, that Undertaker. I like what Undertaker started saying on his stuff, that, you know, because his matches, the last couple of matches were not good, or he knows the match is not good, that's why he take attention really long with his fucking entrance. And the reason why he hasn't retired, because the match wasn't good enough. It also came onto the light that the person he wants to end his career with is AJ Styles. And I was like, ooh. AJ Styles is a perfect person to end your career with. What did you guys think of that?
I think so, but I also think the streak should have ended with Shawn Michaels. But you know, that's besides the point.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it should have ended with Kane. I don't like Kane, but I think it should have ended with Kane.
It would have, story wise, it would have made sense too.
Yeah, like say Undertaker was about to be in like a Hell in a Cell match, and Kane ripped the door down and threw the person he was about to face out the ring, and he fought his brother. It ended like how it started. That would have been so fucking cool. And I hate Kane, but that would have made the fucking thing so fucking cool.
Yeah. Yep.
But is there anything else you guys want to add to the subjects that we've talked about today?
I don't know. We covered a lot of ground.
We covered a lot of ground.
A lot.
We did.
Of ground. But, shoot. With the current design of the systems, this next gen systems, do you think they're going to be a slim version of these models? Do you think so?
If you make a slim version of the PlayStation Kaiba and the Xbox refrigerator, I'm going to laugh them out the frame.
Because
wait, no. You said the what?
The Sony Kaiba and the Xbox refrigerator.
Goodness,
Oh,
Spirit, have you not seen that picture on Twitter yet?
I've seen. Okay, wait. Which PlayStation? I meant to actually ask this as I came in late. Did you guys decide if we were getting the digital PS5?
Physical for me. Physical for me all day. But then I also I put a caveat on that though. I said if the digital one is cheaper, and I mean by like 300 to 600 cheaper, then I'll get the digital one.
What is the price y'all think that the PS5 is going to be?
The biggest rumor is currently 600 USD. Apparently, though, there was an Amazon posting in the UK for a certain amount that adds up to 750 USD. So we're looking around at least 600, maybe more.
Yeah, because I was like, don't take
600 is probably my cap.
Yeah. Like, if it's 600, I'm like, okay. Excuse me. I had a little bit of a thing there. So, for the PlayStation, right, and I said this, you weren't here, Spirit. I said, if the digital version is like 300 opposed to it being 600, then I'll get the digital version and say, fuck it, I'm now an all digital man now. But if it's like $50, I'm just like, why would I get the digital version? Let's get the physical version to call it a day.
Now, why I honestly wholeheartedly do believe that the disc drive, this version is going to be more expensive is because it's a 4K Ultra Blu-ray disc drive that they're putting in the system.
Yeah.
So removing that is definitely going to cut a little bit off the price, whether it be 100 or 50. I don't think it's going to be more than 100. So maybe the digital version will be like 500 and the disc version will be like 600, something like that.
My God, I just sent a picture in the group chat. Please tell me the moment y'all see it. Oh my God.
Yeah, I saw that.
PlayStation at the bottom of the live table.
That is the thumbnail
for
this
God.
podcast. Oh, make it happen.
That is oh my goodness. No.
Facts though.
Move, Gus. Move. You don't want to eat your dinner? Goodbye.
I mean,
goodbye.
What's wrong with that? I don't know if you can show her the PlayStation 5 Kaiba joint.
Do I? Oh, I do have. Oh, did you see the Cell one? Oh my goodness.
Oh, the Cell one had me crying, bro. I found it. I'm gonna show. I'm gonna.
Apparently, isn't
I
there
already sent them.
somebody posted one that was supposed to be about it was like a Spider-Man one where instead of the light being blue, it's red. That one.
I also.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Get the fuck out of here! Who?
So
I
so
hate the
with
internet.
with the redesigns, I also had because every console has their special edition, limited edition version of the consoles, and I was speaking to my brother, and he was like, "Well, I think." Even though both designs are weird, the PS5 presents more interesting concepts. Like in my head, I was imagining like a Spider-Man, a limited edition system with the Spider-Man Miles Morales logo slapped on the front, and then red LEDs, and it's an all-black console. Like I feel like you can do
Yeah,
more
the
with
spider
that.
on the controller. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel as though the Xbox can do more too. Because it's a bunch.
Because
It's just a fucking box.
All they're gonna do is put a skin on it. You could do that for like what, $10?
Yeah, same thing with the play. I think that's what we're gonna do with the PlayStation as well. But
They
at the
can
end of the
make
day,
the Xbox look like a shoebox since it's already a box. They can make it look like a shoebox. They can make it look like a deep freezer.
They should put a handlebar in the back.
Right, they can make
GameCube. Anywho,
handlebar in the back,
bruh.
A handlebar in the back.
Bruh.
Announce a partnership with Nintendo.
They already did that.
IKEA, and they can make it look like an IKEA mom dresser.
Shut up.
Oh.
But
They
anywho,
have options.
wrap this damn podcast up so I can get on with my life.
I'm done.
All right, we're
I don't
done
think there's
here.
anything else. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're done here for now. I see you assholes next Friday. Make sure you guys tune into Spotify. This will be on Spotify, of course, and Anchor.com, blah, yada, yada, all that good stuff. YouTube, yeah, Yay! Bye!
All right, guys.
Bye.
Also, tune in to Gaylactics 4chan. I mean, OnlyFans.
I don't have that.
He has a gay OnlyFans.
Never. Ever would I ever. Never ever.
You suck on men toes.
What the? Do you have fantasies?
Mm-mm.
Japanese prison rape!
What?
I hope it's still not live. I hope it's still.
Cut
I
all
hope
of
it's
that.
still.
Some kind of thought of hope every day, every night.